Hey everybody, Arbor Day got back with me and we have an answer on the trees. Okay, so in question were these two little cherry trees that I bought from Arbor Day 2 years ago. One was a Bing cherry and the other was a black Tartarian cherry. And this is the first year that they actually flowered and set fruit. And we've been waiting on the cherries and waiting on the cherries. And this is what we have, which I finally researched the other day and realized that didn't seem quite right. And also realized that this looks a lot like the wild black cherry tree that we have in the back too. So I contacted Arbor Day and they got back with me yesterday and said that those are not what they should be. They're not sure how it happened, but they sent black cherry trees instead. In the description I'll put whatever the actual scientific name is, but what it is it's wild black cherry. That is not what we want in a dwarf orchard. For reference, here is my little orchard, which has been carefully planned with dwarf trees because we don't have a lot of room here. We're only on 1 acre. So these wild cherry trees are right there. Those get like 50 to 80 feet tall, as you saw. So like if I keep those up here, I'm not going to have any orchard and I'm probably not going to have much sun in my garden. So it's not going to work. So we've decided that I might try to move this one this winter when it goes dormant. I had actually considered putting a wild black cherry over here on the side of our yard about a year ago. But I was also reading that it can be toxic to livestock if they ingest a lot of the leaves, and we may put goats in sometimes. So that didn't seem like a good idea then, and it's definitely something I need to consider now if I want to move that one. So we have a black cherry, and I told you in the other video it reminded me a lot of this tree. So if you see this tree hanging out over the field, which is actually going to have to be dealt with, this is a black cherry. See how tall that gets? One thing we really like about it is it's kind of pretty. It almost has like a weeping willow appearance, but I think a lot of that is just because it's shaded out back here and kind of crowded. But it's a huge tree. This is obviously not something you're going to want in a dwarf orchard, especially when you can't do a lot with the berries. I mean, I think I can make jam. I can make wine, neither of which we do much with. So, same looking berries up there. Okay, so this space right here, where I already have a tiny birch tree that I really didn't want. It was a survival of a different place. So I have a paper birch out there that's still a seedling or very small. And here's my mulberry tree that the deer love to snack on. But I do have that open space right there that I could put the black cherry tree. But it's also right in my little so-called pasture area that I might use one day for goats. So what do you guys think? Now, I have nothing against Arbor Day over this. They have been very prompt in responding to me. They've been very apologetic. They've taken responsibility. They've also offered to replace those trees. Now, the problem is they no longer offer dwarf sweet cherries. So I'm back to the original problem of not having room out there to put full-size sweet cherry trees. So that's not going to be an option. I'm kind of looking into some of the other dwarf varieties that are a little more disease resistant, which I think work better for me at this point in my life also. But I don't know what I'm going to do out there. But as Alice the GMaw said in one of the comments, she buys her trees from local nurseries. And if you have it in your budget and you really want to make sure that you get what you want and you have someone locally to stand behind it, it is probably better to spend that extra money and make sure that you're getting what you want. I think you're going to get a better quality tree. In my case, Arbor Day's been great. They've allowed us to plant a lot of different shrubs and trees and fruit trees within the budget that we had to work with. So I'm not mad at them. I think they're a good organization and I may buy from them again, but these cherry trees didn't work out. So thanks for watching. I'm glad we got this mystery solved. Have a great day.